This is my R1100 Roadster. It's a simple and uncomplicated bike. It's simple and uncomplicated because it doesn't have ABS, certainly not on this model. It doesn't have link brakes, it doesn't have servo assisted brakes, and it doesn't have a catalytic converter with an electronic probe attached to it. Monitoring events. It's a bike that's easy to service. It's easy to service because it's easy to replace and change the plugs. It's easy to set the valve clearances. It's easy to change all the oils and the filters. And it's easy to get to components like alternators and starter motors, that kind of thing. I like the look of the bike. I think that it's very attractive. I like the traditional headlight. I like the symmetrical instrument panel. I like the 2 aluminium control bars. I like the shape of the tank. I like the horsey seat. And I like the bike's angle of sit in relation to the road. I've got to say that I think the R1100R is a very attractive bike. Start her up. There we go. Let's check for traffic. That mirror there. Nothing's coming. Stick some lights on. Indicate right. And off I go. Cancel that indicator. I'm off. Well, I think this bike is quite a pleasant bike to have. It's not a bad all-rounder. They made, if you're interested, 26,073 of them between 1995 and 2001, I think it was. And that excludes those that they made with the smaller engine, 850 engines, done with the R850 Roadsters. This bike is cooled by air and oil. It's a 1085 cc's, it's 15 cc's short of 1100. In terms of power output, it's got a maximum of 80 horsepower and it generates 71 foot-pounds of torque at 5,250 RPM. I just opened that so you can probably hear me. I just closed the visor then. The bike has a wet sump. It's got a single plate dry clutch. It's got a 5-speed gearbox. It's got a fuel tank that holds 21 litres. And I've got to say, having done the figures on this, I've fueled it up, gone a ride, come back, fueled it up and worked out the arithmetic on it, and it's giving me about an average of 50 to the gallon. So this bike is good for about 200 miles. It's got a top speed of about 125 miles an hour, and it's got a quoted 0 to 60 miles per hour speed, not kilometres, of something in the region of 4 seconds. I like the bike. I think it's a nice, good, all-round bike. It weighs 520 pounds, so it's not a lightweight. The other thing on this bike is that it was one of the first where BMW made a bike without an engine frame, because there's no frame on this bike. The engine is actually the frame, so you are riding the engine. So There can't be any flexibility on this frame. And this has the Telelever suspension. It's the torsion bar that is, in this instance, just below the prop shaft. This bike doesn't have a chain. Also has the Telelever front end suspension on it. If you look at the bike, it looks like a pair of conventional forks, but there's actually no springs or dampers in those forks, and there's just a little bit of movement from these forks. But what this design did was remove braking dive, which to a lot of riders is a situation that they don't like. I've heard people say they've ridden them and it doesn't give them the feedback. Well, to be honest, I don't notice any of that. I quite like it. Watch the dive on that front end as I brake. I brake 5 times there, one after the other. I'll do it again. There we go. There's not much dive on that front end at all. I hope that I've said a few things that have been of interest to people who are interested in bikes, and if you know all the things that I've just spouted on about, then my humble apologies. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.